Hello. Welcome to EasyVB, Tutorial 15. In tutorials 12, 13, and 14, we learned about variables, variable data types, and variable declarations. For completeness, in this tutorial we will learn about one more data type which we did not yet cover. That is, data type, date. The date data type can have values of date, time, or date and time. To demonstrate, we will test by example with a simple application, containing 4 buttons and a text box. We have 3 variables declared in the public class form 1 declaration space. tut15 date as date, tut15 time as date, and tut15 date time as date. We have a click event for each button. The clear text button performs the function of its name and clears any text written in the text box. Button date, button time, and button date plus time. Write the date, time, or date and time to the text box. First let us look at dates and how to initialize the variable tut15 date with a date value. The date value is written bound by the hash symbol, and in the sequence, month, day, year. So we can write, #7/4/2018, then this value is accepted as the date, July 4, 2018. Now run the application and click on the date button to see what we get written to the text box. Note that, although in the initialization value we wrote the month first, the date as written now has the day first. How the value is written, if not formatted, defaults to the system's setting of the PC being used. In this case the PC has a United Kingdom date setting, which writes the day first, not the month. But we can control the written output to display as we want, with formatting, and we will cover this later in the tutorial. Okay, now let us look at times and how to initialize the variable tut15 time with a time value. The time value is also written bound by the hash symbol, and in the sequence, hours, minutes, seconds. So we can write #01:15:25, then this value is accepted as the time, 1:15 AM, and 25 seconds. Run the application again. Click on the time button, and view what we get written to the text box. Note that 01 for the hours is just written as 1 and this is aligning to the PC settings. Now let's look at how to initialize a variable with a date and time. You may guess, this is quite easy. We simply write the date as before, a space, and then the time as before, all bound within hash symbols. Run the application again and this time click on the date plus time button. Look again at the date value. We can also write it with dashes, in place of /. Numbers too can be single or double digit, and it will be accepted as a date value. Let's try those options. Note that the date is still written with backslashes, not dashes, and this is aligning to the PC setting. Look again at the time value. We can write it with single number. Let's try 1:5:5. Try that. It is still accepted as a time value. Note that the time is automatically assumed and written as AM, however we can control that by writing a space, then, AM or PM, at the end of the value. Now try that for PM. Another example. If we change the hour from 1 to 13, for 24-hour clock format, without specifying AM or PM, we observe that the hour figure in the output is changed to 1 and PM is tagged onto the output. Okay. So we understand now how to write date and time values, but what if we want the output written to the text box in a different format from the PC settings format? Sure, we can change the PC settings, but the output format is very easy to control programmatically with the format function. This is best explained with an example, so go to the button click event for date. Write the line tb1.text equals format, then in brackets, tut15 date, comma, open quotes, uppercase M, / lowercase d, / 4 lowercase y, close quotes. Test the application, and we can now see the date is written with the month first, then the day, then the year, as we may want, and also different to the PC date setting, whatever it is. Change the // to dashes and try that again. try it now for 2, 3, and 4m. Now try it for 2, 3, and 4d. Finally, change the date initialization value year to 2008, and try it for 1, and 2y. Change the order of the d, m, and y. Put the y first, for example. Try writing 3d, followed by 4m, another 2d, then the 4y. OK. We can see how the format function is working for dates with date data type. We write format, then, in brackets, a date value, then the formatting string which will determine the style, order, and instances of the date data passed to the text box. For style we can have the date as all numbers, or we can have the day and month as names or shortened names. For reference, here is a summary of the date formatting string elements and what they will do. Now look at formatting for time. Again we will explain with example. Set the initialization value of tut15 time to 1:5:5. Go to the button, click event for time. Write the line tb1.text equals format, then in brackets, tut15 time, comma, open quotes, lowercase h, colon, lowercase m, colon, lowercase s, close quotes. Test the application, and we can now see the time is written with the hour first, then the minutes, then the seconds, all as single digits. Change h, m, and s in the formatting string to double letters and try it again. Add a space, then a single lowercase t in the formatting string and try it again. Now change the single t to a double T and try it. Change the lowercase h to uppercase H and try again. Change the initialization value of tut15 time, from 1 to 13 for the hours figure, then run it again. Finally, change the formatting string to just HH space TT. Then write, an and, sign. Then in quotes, comma, another, and, sign. Then, another formatting string for tut15 time, with only a space and one lowercase m. Follow this with a further, and, sign. And in quotes, a space and then the word minutes. Try that and view the output. OK. We can see how the format function is working with times, for date data type. We write format, then, in brackets, a time value, then the formatting string which will determine the style, order, and instances of the time data passed to the text box. For style we can have the time with, on without, leading zeros, we can have, AM, or PM, or just A, or P, and we can have 24-hour time format. For reference, here is a summary of the time formatting string elements and what they will do. For completeness, we will make one example for formatted combined date and times. Go to the button, click Event for Date and Time. Write the line tb1.text equals format, then in brackets, tut15 date time, comma, open quotes, uppercase HH, colon, lowercase mm, space, lowercase tt, space, lowercase dd, /, for uppercase m, / for y, close quotes, close brackets. Try that and observe the output. One final useful point to learn concerning dates and times is how to obtain the current date and time, that is, the system date and time. This is really quite easy to do. First, go to the Form 1 class declaration space and knock out to comment the initialization value of tut15 date time. Then go to the button, click Event for Date and Time and add a new line. tut15 date time equals date and time. Now. Go to the format string and add :ss. Run the application. Click the button Date plus Time and note that the current time and date is written to the text box. Click the Date plus Time button successively and note that the time updates to the current system time, which is observable from the change in the seconds figure displayed. OK. There is more to learn about dates and times, for example adding and subtracting dates and times, but for this tutorial we have covered enough for the moment, bringing awareness of the date data type and how to format it. In the next tutorial, we will learn about the Form 1 load event, which we met briefly already in tutorial 12. Thanks for watching. We hope this tutorial was useful. If it helped you, please like, share, and subscribe.